Hello and welcome to yet another holiday cube. I have no clue what this card does. Meh. Out of this pack, I think Mind Twist is definitely the stronger card. There's also what exactly? Counterspell. That Red Shaman isn't that great here. Sword of Fire and Ice is fine if you want to go creatures. But Mind Twist, it's splashable. It's a really powerhouse card, and I actually, got a comment on another video that I missed it at one point, which I did. And that he considered it to be really good. Now, obviously, I also consider it to be really good, but I would definitely pick other power over it. But in this pack, it has to be a Mind Twist. This doesn't necessarily mean that we're black, by the way. We could, be anything. Out of this pack, I think Snapcaster Mage is the stronger card, but you don't actually run a lot of instants or sorceries, or I usually don't. Having said that, it still seems like the better card here, though. I mean, there's Gilded Lotus, there's Needle if you want to go somewhat with an artifact. There's Grave Titan, which is obviously a good card, but are we really looking for, strong creature cards at this point? I don't think so. Compared to, having stuff like Mind Twist. We could also go Force of Will. I think it's strong enough in this format. But this forces more blue committal than this one, so I'm gonna go with the Snapcaster. Whoa, there's an Ode. Oh, I can go Ode. You wanna know something? I wanna go Ode. It's early enough to draft around this. This card can be splashed. It's really fun. Probably not gonna play Snapcaster then. There's the Abyss. There's Tomb, which probably will be played. There's Preordain. I can play this if I'm gonna go Ode, so I guess Preordain or Overgrown Tomb is the better one. And figuring I need to dig for this, I think Preordain is better. Although it might be Overgrown Tomb, and I'm not gonna play the Snapcaster anyway, so it might not be blue. Well, I might play the Snapcaster, but it seems unlikely. Yeah, I think Tomb is better. I'm very likely playing Ode and Mind Twist, so there's also Recurring Nightmare. Wow, what a pick. What a picks, that is. Plenty of cool picks. Not really the Planeswalker I'm looking for. I think I'm gonna go for Recurring Nightmare. Ode with Recurring isn't that great though, so I have to make a choice there. There's also Angel of Serenity, which is obviously strong with Ode, but I think I'm gonna go with Recurring Nightmare and see where this brings me. Like, depending on what I get, I'm gonna change my strategy. Here we get a Courser, which is an okay card, but not that great. There's a Shriekmaw, which is obviously fine. For rest, there isn't that many interesting cards. I think I have to go with the Shriekmaw. Like, if I don't play the Ode, then black-blue seems more convenient than green. Although green with Mind Twist and Acceleration is pretty strong. So we'll go for the Shriekmaw. Here, Harmonize is pretty good, Mana Leak is pretty good, Skin Render is pretty good, and this card is okay unless it crashes my game again. It crashed full cube for me. Like, my opponent unmorphed something and totally crashed. Game over, could not cube anymore. Do not pass start. So yeah, this is a point where I need to make a decision, huh? Do I go Ode or do I go Recurring Nightmare? I still like the idea of Ode, so yeah, I'm still gonna go for Ode. Like, if you get a channel, this becomes much better. And Ode is just a fun card, right? As is Recurring Nightmare, but Ode is still a bit less straightforward. Like, if I get Survival of Fittest, I'm definitely playing Survival with Recurring, but and I would have passed up on what a Mana Leak. Like, it's not that if I go this combination with this, that blue is gonna be such a heavy player. Like, let's put it in the side for now. we're still early, so well, we should know that we have it. Come on. But yeah, I mean, between the last upload and this video, I have had several crashes of my cube. There's Bloodline Keeper, which is okay with Recurrent Nightmare. There's Vengefine, which is okay if I can get Survival of the Fittest. It seems more likely for me to be playing Bloodline Keeper given my colors. There's also Green Sun Zenith, which isn't that bad. Vengefine forces us to be more aggressive. I think I'm gonna go with the Bloodline Keeper. Like if I can still go to these colors then. Oh, there's Tombstalker, which I'm not a big fan of. There's Mystic Snake, which is okay, but double on the blue. I think Deathright Shaman is a pick, despite not having any fix or something. It is in my colors for now. I mean, any fetch or something. It's not acceleration, but it's more like a 1-2 that offers some utility. It drops way much in power in cube compared to constructed play. I think that was the plan of the design, though. Den Protector is actually an okay card. I mean, the Megamorph mix is okay. If it works the way I think it does, it's an okay card. There's Liliana and there's Wolfir. Wow. Lily is actually bonkers with recurring, I think. It's the zombie itself. Yeah, I have to go for Lily here. So probably not playing the Oten, huh? Given that I'm already so heavy on the creatures, definitely Scavenging Ooze. Would still need some pretty big creatures here that I can Recurring Nightmare, and definitely want Survival of the Fittest or Final Shaman or any other discard. Garruk, I'm not a big fan of this card, but we'll see. I guess this one is more annoying. I mean, we can still swap to Ode, but I mean, we're losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks for it, 7 even. So it's very unlikely to be played. I mean, it's just the way the packs went, though. And Snapcaster Mage, you know, doesn't look that appealing at this point, given that we only have one card that we can use it with. Let's put it here. Let's put the cards I might play here. Probably should be our way around, but okay. Pack 2, we get Mox Diamond, Sheoldred is a pretty good target, and Skullclamp. Wow. Skullclamp obviously draws me cards in the deck that very likely plays a bunch of creatures and it's not gonna be draw heavy. There's also Natural Order. Wow. I almost missed that because, you know, the art is a welder. But I think Natural Order has to be the pick here. He's just so strong, right? Pretty hard for people to get rid of the creature. Maybe Skullclamp or Sheoldred Wheels. Sheoldred might Wheels complain. Very likely not. But I think Natural Order is just too good to pass up. Just need a big green creature now. There's Karn Liberated. Yeah, what's up with the fucked up art? Karn Liberate, Maze of It is obviously fine, but Karn, pretty bonkers cards. Kitchen Things would be something I would want, and that's about it. Could play this and this, but Karn Liberated is obviously the pick here. It's a pretty bonkers Planeswalker. And if you can't deal with it, you lose the game. So now I actually want green ramp, right? For Natural Order, because you know you can sacrifice them. You can sacrifice it to recurring. So Noble Hierarch, although not really the fix you want. Elves of Deep Shadow and Birds of Paradise, any one of those. And Moxes, of course, everyone wants Moxes. Although it might be better in my deck to actually have just green cards. I still need a big green creature to get. There's Eternal Witness, Pattern of Rebirth. This is okay in my deck, but there is a Go for Drought. I don't think I can pass that one up. This would actually be okay, I think. Yeah, Pattern isn't gonna be that great. Witness is okay, but also not that great. Although Witness with Recurrent Nightmare and go for Drought is infinite removal, but it's a bit expensive. I think if at that point you're Recurrent Nightmaring that often, you should already be winning the game. So yeah, Natural Order definitely wants to be played. Master of the Wild Hunt, Arbor Elf, wow, tough pick. Someone told me that Time Vault is out of the format, so this one loses a lot of power. Arbor Elf versus Master of the Wild Hunt, wow. None of those two will wheel, they're both pretty good. Arbor Elf only on tapping a forest is a bit annoying, given that it does not fix black. Is it better than Master of the Wild Hunt though? I don't think so. I think Master of the Wild Hunt, given that its removal is really good. Although the issue with this card is obviously that it's a 4 mana cost in a color that has a lot of 4 mana drops. But it's a bit of a unique effect compared to the other option. Garruk Wildspinner versus Elvis Music, you just keep on doing this to me, huh? I think I have to go with the Mystic. Can I really... I don't think its effect is strong enough to forego ramp. It's obviously a good card, and it generates tokens for the Recurring Nightmare. But we have to have some kind of ramp, right? And we already passed upon a few, so I'm gonna go with the Mystic and hope Windswept Heat wheels. There's Tarmogoyf, but there's also Deed. Deed is definitely my colors. It's good against some decks. It's good against Moxes, obviously. Grave Robber is okay, but not that great. Tarmogoyf is obviously fine. There's Progenitus. Whoa, I almost missed that. Definitely slamming Progenitus with Natural Order. I think I would have gotten a lot of comments if I missed that one. Wall of Blossoms, you have my Elders. I think Wall of Blossoms is better than the Elder. Yes, this gets me lands, but the Wall of Blossoms allows me to actually draw a card more consistent than this one. Plus it's 2-drop, which is green. And there we get Survival of Fittest, definitely slamming this one. There's no way I'm passing up a Survival with Recurrent Nightmare. Mesmeric Fiend versus Reveillark versus this, I guess, but this is green though. Flying Lifelink, your opponents can play spells during your turn. Wow. I'm not sure that is ever relevant in Cube. There's Mesmeric Fiends, I guess, which might be a bit better than this. How likely is it that I'm playing this? I think this is more likely than... Yeah, that the Dragon Lord is more likely. Given that I just said that, I think I want the Savannah. And let's keep it at the side for now. Just keep in mind that I have one fix in this one, although I can keep it in. Yeah, this one I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. The 6 mana for what it does isn't that great. Arbor Elf wheels, wow. Definitely slamming. If I knew what I would have wheeled, I might have actually passed up on the Elvish Mystic and picked up the Garruk, but I mean, you can't know that. I guess Spear is somewhat stronger. Weathered Wayfarer is an okay card, but I'm not gonna splash to get a Weathered Wayfarer, and I'm probably not even gonna play it if I do splash for the Dragonlord. Still don't have any fetch, which is okay. So one more pack to go, and we only need 3 cards. We probably want like some power. A sword is fine, a bird is obviously good, but this isn't the one that I was looking for. There's also Mushroom Pulse, which is likely to wheel. Toxic Deluge probably won't wheel. Sword of Feast and Famine is okay, I think. But my game plan is very likely gonna be just Progenitus. I think Birds of Paradise has to be the pick here. It's a good creature, it's a good ramp. Maelstrom Pulse might obviously wheel, which I would like. Although, maybe Maelstrom Pulse and hope Birds wheels. Nah, it has to be the other way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pretty good picks left, yeah, sure. We get a Liliana and a Garruk and a Library and a Thoughtseize. Wow. Strong pack for me. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Someone wanted me to sort by color. Wow, tough one. Library is obviously strong, but I do not have a shuffle effect. Thoughtseize is obviously bonkers, as is Lily and Garruk. This puts it into your hand, which isn't that great with what I have. So it's Thoughtseize. I think Thoughtseize or Library. Given that I very likely do not have a lot of draw, I think Library is better than Thoughtseize. Although, it's so good though. Both are so good. I'm just gonna focus on my own game plan and play Library. There's Pride Mage. Oh, there's Nisa. I'm definitely playing Nisa over this Garruk normally. There's a Bayou. There's also Imperial Seal. Do I need Imperial Seal just to get something like Natural Order? Given that I play two colors, I think it's probably better than picking up the Bayou. I mean, Imperial Seal allows me to get Natural Order, to get Progenitus, which should be good enough. And in worst case, it gets Survival of Fittest or Recurrent Nightmare. Worst case scenario, you get a broken card. There's Lotus Cobra and Reclamation Sage. Has to be the Cobra for the ramp. Allows me to play faster Natural Orders. To the Nail is probably not the card I'm looking for. There's also Nature's Claim for the sideboard. This is just too expensive. I mean, at this point in the game, I should already have done enough. Nature's Claim is definitely a good sideboard card. I guess Duress, but probably not playing it, or Urborg. How many double black do I have? I have some. So Urborg might be better. Although Duress and then into Mind Twist. Nah, I'm gonna go with the Urborg. I'm not playing the Savannah now. I mean, my deck is streamlined enough as is. We have 25. Well, given that we have 3 ramp here, do we run 16 lands? We can run it 4, right? Sure. I mean, Garn is basically our end game. And I'm probably not playing the Garruk because I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, 16 lands seems fine. Although it does make mulligan decisions different. And removal on my ramp is obviously strong. And Nisa is so good as well. It's such a strong finisher. Elves of Deep Shadow, wow, definitely slamming. What's with the... And there's also Abrupt Decay, but Elves of Deep Shadow and not playing the Deathright, I think, is probably correct. I mean, still having 4 ramp. Better ramp than the actual Deathright Shaman. I mean, Deathright Shaman isn't actually ramp. But Elves of Deep Shadow is. This way we have 5 ramp cards. Might not play the Den Protector, but I think it's strong enough. So we have 25 cards, we still need to cut 1. Maelstrom Pulse Wheel, so we still need to cut 2. I think Maelstrom Pulse is better than Sword of Feast and Famine. Like, Sword of Feast and Famine is obviously really good against me. But against those decks, I guess I just have to go for Natural Order Progenitus. Do I actually have, at this point, a really good late game card to bring back with Recurring? No, right? So is Sword better than Maelstrom Pulse? Nah. This card is just too good. So yeah, maybe not Den Protector, probably not Garruk. The problem is that I don't really have a really good late game creature. I'm definitely running this Garruk over the other, so this one's gone now. Might be okay, but stunted growth, really good sideboard cards. Maybe even main deckable. Genesis Wave, huh? It's an okay card, probably not what I want to do. Reclamation Sage is a pretty good card. You may, and it's really good. Ice Conceptor is pretty weak. I guess I play that. Although, nah. Still need to cut cards here, so what's our game plan? Is it all about natural order at this point? We don't really have much to bring in with Recurrent Nightmare. We do have a token generator. So 28 cards, we need to cut 4. Which means for me that the Den Protector is gone. It's very likely not strong enough. This one is gone. This one is obviously a 2-drop. This one is non-creature, 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 non-creature. So yeah, I think our creatures have to stay, right? 4 ramp has to stay. Lotus Cobra Survival is not a creature. Library is not a creature. Okay, yeah, creature base has to stay. I mean, I run so few creatures already with Recurrent Nightmare and Survival. And I think I need to keep Survival just to discard the Progenitors from my hand. The question just is, do I really need to Recurrent Nightmare? This combination is obviously really strong, but... And there's probably other cards to cut. Imperial Seal, but we want to use it to get Natural Order. Like turn 1 ramp, turn 2 Imperial Seal, turn 3 Natural Order, GG. Yeah. So what do I cut then? Wow. 26 cards, 2 more to go. We could cut Bloodline Keeper. We could also cut a Garruk. It is pretty good. Mm. Definitely want to keep in Mind Twist, obviously. Karn is so good, Nissa is good. I think Garruk has to be the weaker Planeswalker. Liliana, for the fact that it's 2-3 lifelink with decent ability. And this has Sacrifice, right? So this also triggers the Lily. I think Garruk is the weaker card. And can bring it in against creature decks. Or against creatures with a lot of removal. But I mean, those cards are already pretty good at those. And then... what else is there? Imperial Seal is obviously card disadvantage, but given the colors that we run, we obviously want to tutor. I can't go down to 15 lands. I think that's too greedy. We want to make our first 3 land drops, right? If we go down to 15 lands, we run 15 out of 40, which is 3 out of 8, which means that on the average, well, maybe we do go down to 15 lands. Three out of 8. Do want our land drop every single time though. Nah, I really can't go down to 15. I think 16 is fine. So close though. Like mathematically, it's really close. And for those wondering if I'm just making that one up, and I am not. There is an article in Star City Games somewhere that I read about a few years ago that talks about average lands in hands and how it affects your mulligan decisions and so on. This was a pretty good article. I think it was in Star City Games. Maybe it was a really old one. Ugh, what to cut? I think with the library, okay, with the library, the fact that this gets me lands, I'm actually a bit more convinced to just play 15 lands. Why on earth would I play red? Or blue? Or a single plane? Okay, from Progentis, you might actually want to be running these. Yeah, no. So 8-5 leaves us 7 swamps, which I think is too much. Like 9-4. Yeah. Maybe even 9-3. We do have to fix 3 fixing those cards, so 10-3, which allows us 5 swamps, 11 forests, and then a 2-hour fix. Sure. I'll submit, and I'll see you guys for round 1.